Hola, today we're going to talk about the verb gustar, which is used in Spanish to express likes and dislikes. The way we're going to approach this verb is by looking at a parallel to, or a word from the same root that we use in English. In English we use the word disgust, D-I-S-G-U-S-T, disgust. Now if you think about in English, dis means the opposite of something. So what's the opposite of displease? Please. What's the opposite of dislike? Like. So what's the opposite of disgust? Well, technically it should be gust. We don't have the word gust in English, but we're going to kind of think about it this way. If I were going to say spaghetti disgusts me, what would be the opposite? If I was talking about something that I did like, and say chocolate, I could say chocolate gusts me, right? That would make sense in the sentence structure, the way words and sentences are put together in English. It would make sense if we had the word gust. That's how we would use it. Chocolate gusts me. Coffee gusts me. Learning a new language gusts me. Okay, so that's how the verb gustar functions in Spanish. So let's look at the comparison, the contrast between English sentence structure for expressing likes and dislikes and Spanish sentence structure for expressing the same thing. In English we say I like or I dislike or don't like, and the verb is conjugated for the person doing the liking. I like, he likes. You see that the verb changes there depending on the person. In Spanish we say what's essentially the same in English as such and such a thing pleases me, or disgusts me, or does not please me. And the verb is conjugated, therefore, for the thing or things that are liked. So let's look at a list of things that you might say disgust you. These are common results when I ask my face-to-face classes what disgusts them. El pescado, fish. El tráfico, traffic. Los políticos, politics or politicians. El hígado, liver. El brócoli, broccoli. El precio de los libros de texto is a common answer, the price of textbooks. Don't worry about needing to know all of these words. I tried to choose a lot of cognates, words that are similar in English and Spanish, but you don't need to know these. I'm just giving you an idea of what kinds of things you might talk about disgusting you to help you draw this parallel. Then we're going to talk about the opposite of desgustar, which is gustar. What are some things that please you, that you like? El café, maybe, coffee. El chocolate, chocolate. El internet, the internet. La clase de español, of course, Spanish class. Estudiar, to study. Hablar por teléfono, to talk on the telephone. So now let's look at how these would work in a sentence. How would we structure a sentence? First of all, I want to draw your attention to these words here. Me, te, and le. These we would refer to as the first person, second person, and third person object pronouns here. Don't worry about the object pronoun part. Just remember the me, te, and le. Me would mean to me. This is pleasing to me. Te would mean to you, and le is a third person that would mean to him or to her. Okay, so if I say me gusta la televisión, I'm saying that television is pleasing to me. I like television. If I wanted to change that sentence to say, you like television, the only thing I would change is me. And I would change that to te and say, te gusta la televisión. Then to say the opposite, if I were going to say that something does not please me or that I do not like something, I could either just put a no in front of it to make it negative and say, no me gusta, or as a stronger expression, I could bring in desgustar that we talked about and say, me desgusta. So if I'm talking about my feelings about spaghetti, I could either say no me gusta el espagueti, or I could say me desgusta el espagueti, which would be a stronger expression. It disgusts me, not simply that I don't like it. Then look at the next one. And te gusta estudiar? So you'll notice the structure is the same. The pronoun me, te, or le, the verb gusta, and then the rest of the sentence, estudiar or la televisión or whatever it is. And the only change is that I've added the question marks to make it a question. ¿Te gusta estudiar? Do you like to study? Then, because le can mean either to him or to her, a lot of times we will include the person. A mi amigo, my friend. A mi mamá, to my mom. So, a mi amigo, to my friend, le gusta hablar italiano. It is pleasing to speak Italian. Or it gusts him to speak Italian. He likes speaking Italian, we would say in English. But in Spanish, the correct way to structure the sentence would be, a mi amigo le gusta hablar italiano. To talk about my mom liking lemonade, I would say, a mi mamá le gusta la limonada. So keep practicing with this. Use gusta. So first the pronoun, either me to me, te to you, or le to him or to her. Then the verb gusta is pleasing, and then the thing or the action that is pleasing to that person.